There's a couple issues that are likely going to have a significant impact on the well-being of human DNA in the future. For one, we have halted the natural selection process, which is allowing people who historically probably would not have survived to go on and have children of their own. This means that our DNA is likely going to become increasingly fragile. The second thing impacting our DNA is promiscuity. Young women are now having children more frequently with a smaller number of hypermasculine men. In this video, I will discuss the one way in which this can benefit human DNA, but I'm also going to discuss the majority of ways that it's probably going to cause problems for society. So like I said, there is one positive thing that I can think of that can result from this change in how young women are mating, but before I get into that, I also need to discuss an underlying factor. According to the National Library of Medicine, chromosomal abnormalities have increased in recent years, and every study that I reference I will link in the description below. The question is, though, how does modern promiscuity have a positive impact on the gene pool? So, one positive thing is that women who are promiscuous are more likely to seek out men who are physically healthy, larger, and more muscular. This means that the men that they are choosing to have casual relationships are probably at least physically sturdy enough to protect the integrity of human DNA. So this may partially mitigate the issue of unhealthy people having more and more children, but at what cost? All right, so here's where things take a turn for the worst. What are the traits of people who are more likely to be promiscuous? So according to several studies, which I will link below again, individuals scoring high on the dark triad traits, which includes Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy, have higher sex drives, prefer one-night stands or friends with benefits relationships, have more sexual partners, and are more likely to use deception to obtain sex. So guess what that means, folks? We're basically breeding little psychopaths, unfortunately. So think about it like this. We live in a world where hookups are primarily conducted through social media, where you can basically be promiscuous without people knowing and without consequences. That sounds like the kind of environment where a narcissistic psychopath would thrive in, right? There's a lot of factors that go into this. So, what type of man is likely to have plenty of free time, which would allow them to go to the gym to work on themselves and their appearance in order to attract women who are promiscuous? Perhaps a psycho, someone who doesn't have anybody that they have to care about other themselves and only cares about shallow things like their appearance. And this makes sense when you think about the fact that social media is now full of young women who are complaining about the fact that the men that they hook up with are treating them like crap and discarding them. Modern promiscuity is the perfect environment for the propagation of narcissistic and psychopathic DNA, which means that the next generation is likely to have a higher number of genetic psychopaths and narcissists running around in it. And even if children in the next generation are not genetically psychopathic, they are more likely to inherit that traits behaviorally because they are going to be raised in single parent homes more frequently. Or if they do have a father, he will more likely be a psychopath or a narcissist, and they will be taught to live like those men, or they will be treated in such a way they will stop caring about the people who are around them, and they will only care about themselves. It sucks to say this, but the only mitigating factor I can think of that might help with this issue is that women who have children through casual hookup relationships might also be the kind of women who are more likely to have abortions when they have children or become pregnant through promiscuity. If you have any thoughts you'd like to share on this issue, please comment below. I'm happy to hear your thoughts so long as they're respectful. Respectful disagreements are always welcome on my channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.